MARC-W4OVT, North Carolina. Name is Mark. Mike Alpha Romeo Charlie. Good afternoon.
Yes, sir, Mark. In North Carolina, is that a Roger?
QSL.
Roger, Mark in North Carolina. And what radio are you running today, Mark?
I am on a TEC Orion 2 using the Model 708 TEC microphone, no other enhancements. I do have the W2 IHY equipment here. I just have yet to put it in line. Julius was kind to send me, and just wanted to let you know. You're well heard. Our Z page, you ought to have good audio. And I think I heard you say you're on a loop antenna there. I'm using a NI4L, is a producer of wire dipoles there, Chris, NI4L.com, and I'm on his variant of the G5RV, the Zulu Sierra 6 Bravo Kilo Whiskey enhanced version, and that's the rundown here. How copy?
Yes, sir, Mark. I am on my one of my 10-foot vertical magnetic loop antennas, and this one has been tuned specifically to null local noise, and it's just unbelievable. I usually use like Milford or one of the SDRs, but this is just perfect. I have quite a bit of line noise on the other loops. And those loops are, let's see, one is at 0 degrees, aimed at 0 degrees, one is aimed at 90 degrees, and this particular one is aimed at 134 degrees. So it is more or less specifically aimed towards the North Carolina area. Roger, Roger?
Yeah, you're peaking 10 over here, so I'd say you've got everything working well. Yeah, I'm not sure. I know Mike at K3FEF there. They've had some outages. I use their STR running the TEC. What are you talking about? Although that one gets filled up sometimes. I got to quit talking about it. Too many people are using it there, and then on 15 meters we rely on the Utah. They've got a Yagi antenna pointing east there, so that's a great site too. All right, well, sounding good there, and thanks for your service. I heard you last Friday helping out a gentleman with his audio, so I think it's a fine thing that you're doing there. So back to you, KC9VKV W4OVT.
Roger, Roger, Mark. And this will be uploaded to YouTube. We're recording now till 5, and then we upload it to YouTube by noon tomorrow, so you should enjoy your recording. Technically, your EQ pattern is just perfect. You have a lot of articulation in your audio. I can tell, I'm looking at your modulation, I can tell you're right up there about 3 dB dynamic range, which is absolutely perfect. You can go fatter than that, but what happens is you start to blur and you actually shoot yourself in the foot when you pass that 3 dB wide dynamic range for transmit level. So all in all, sounds really good, Mark.
Hey, I appreciate it. Yeah, I've had some people far more familiar with this rig. It has some limited EQ settings with roll-off and a few others, so I've taken their advice and have done my recordings there as well. So this sounds as close to my voice as I can get it. But hey, I'm just curious if you've explored the world of pure signal pre-distortion that the Anon radios, the ESSB world. Have you ventured into that dark cave yet? Over?
And now we're just using a 7300 for the past few months occasionally, and this particular one is a modified Yaesu 990, about a 35-year-old radio that's been pretty heavily modified, transmit and receive. And we use that because it is the original receiver that we used when we developed our multiple antennas. It has an aux antenna input, and by that way we can have a selector switch, a 6-position selector switch for our 3 10-foot vertical magnetic loops, our dipole antenna, resonant dipole antenna, and we've got a vertical in there also, Roger.
Very good. Okay. Well, again, it's a great service you're providing. I've always believed in the 4 tenets of ham operators. We want to hear, we want to be heard, we want to learn, and we want to sound good. So that world of ESSB certainly can achieve some fidelity that is otherwise not heard on the radios. I mean, it's broadcast quality. I've got the Sun SDR-DX here. I haven't done much with it. I'm waiting for their version 3. I'm not a big fan of beta software, but yeah, so far Apache Labs, with their Thetis software there, they've gotten out in front of the pack. Flex has been promising it for a few years, frustrating a lot of its owners. And so is Expert with the Sun SDR. And I'm not sure how they're going to pull it off, because they don't have the resonant hardware, at least to do it the way Anon has delivered it. So pretty compelling offering there for wonderful fidelity that's just got very sharp cut off there on the edges, no splattering. So, all right, very good, Jim. Nice to meet you there. Thanks for taking the call, and I'll let you provide your helpful service to someone else there. KC9VKV W4OVT 73.
Roger, Mark. That Tintec, what was the model number on that?
Yeah, it's the Orion 2. It was their contesting radio. It has 2 independent receivers there. So they made the original Orion, and that was released back in the 2004-2005 time frame, and they followed that up with the Orion 2. Essentially the same radio. They just went with a color display there and switched the mic input from the problematic 4-pin to the 8-pin there. That helped eliminate some issues they had with the original Orion, and then they came out with the Omni 7, followed by the Eagle, and the Argonaut 6 in 2000. It all came to an end. 46 years. Lots of innovations along the way, and legendary support. And that's what I do. You can see on my QRZ page. A group of us keep that story alive with the Tintec Legacy Net, and we're now expanded to 75 meter, 20 meter on Saturday sideband nets, and then we have sideband and CW nets on Sundays. There, that's on 40 meters and 15 meters there. So yeah, we're sponsoring the World Amateur Radio Day for our 4th year coming up, April 17th and 18th, operating as Whiskey 1 Whiskey. Lots of opportunities for you to come by and wave a RF hand. I hope you will. KC9VKV W4OVT.
Roger, Mark. Well, let's see. I've been switching around. I have a chevron on the right side of my set there that has indication of where I'm listening at the moment. It's 6 lights, and as I go through my SDRs on my local receiver, they will tell you exactly where I am. So I went through, and you're pretty hot all across the country. You really sound good across the country. And now, when I'm in my local antenna. That's the 990 today. That's pretty full from the bottom to the top, and I have a spectrum analyzer on the set also that is hooked to my output of the receiver and also my audio, and so when you're talking, it's displaying your frequency response in the transmission, and so you might find that also interesting. One thing about the spectrum analyzer, it has a white mark on the left side, which denotes 100 cycles, and then on the right side there are two white marks. The first white mark is 1 kc, then there's a black mark which is 2 kc, and then the next white mark is 4 kc, so you'll have some idea of what you're looking at. Roger?
Okay, and that's you publish that to YouTube, is that correct?
Yes, sir. Go to YouTube and do a call letter search for KC9VKV followed by the word logbook. We'll take you to this recording. It'll be cut number 1 in a series of 2,500, and I'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow.
Okay, and you're in here most every Friday afternoon, is that correct?
Roger, yeah. Friday afternoons from 3:30 till 5.
Okay, well, I'll do that, and I'll post it. I do a net report on Mondays, capturing, usually it's a couple hundred check-ins every weekend there, and I'll put the word out. No doubt we'll send some business your way, so to speak. So once again, thank you. It's a fine service you're providing there, and I look forward to letting the rest of the TEC Legacy Net members. We have 322 members, so I think a number of them will be interested in coming by and taking advantage of your kind offering here. KC9VKV with many thanks from W4OVT.
Roger, Roger, Mark 73, sir. You have a great afternoon, beautiful weekend, and if you get a chance, join us next Friday. We'd love to have you. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog Net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.